Howdy everyone. On today's video I'm going to show you this 1977 Camaro LT that I recently picked up off Facebook Marketplace for $1,000. I'll do a quickly walk around of it and kind of show you everything about it and see if we can maybe get it running and driving. From what I've been told, can't really open up this door because it'll hit this fender here. So I've got some Kentucky chrome wheels. But I originally bought the car for a parts car for my 76 Camaro, because you look at the pictures, it looked kind of rough, and I need a door and some other parts that I could use. And this car was listed obviously for $1,000, and it was listed as a 305 manual. Now I haven't done any investigating on what engine's in it. I do know though, as you can see, it's actually not in bad shape at all. It looks like it's either lowered or it's sitting, I'm not really sure. But as you can see, it was a little bit chewed up back here. But if you're able to see, your frame rails are good. I haven't really taken a whole close look at it. Sorry about that. Somebody stopped here and was actually asking about it as I was standing here. But I haven't taken a whole good look at it, other than, I mean, I have done a little bit, but nothing crazy. But as you can see, it is a manual. Seats are in good shape. Floors are in good shape for now until the freaking water gets to it. No door panels. It's currently hitting the bottom of the trailer, so I may have to get it off to actually open up the door and stuff. But obviously we're missing mirrors, door seals, all that other stuff. It is missing a lot. But it's in pretty decent shape. I mean, I bought it for a parts vehicle, but it's kind of hard to, you know, part something. I mean, I could use the manual for my car, but this car is actually in really decent shape. I'll go ahead and get the hood up and go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, now that I got the hood up, you can kind of look at it a little better and see that it is obviously a V8. But the main thing I was looking at too is, when I looked at it, it's not all rusted up here. I mean, as of right now, it's not, but you can see it's not gone up there. A lot of the cars I dealt with, a lot of that was gone. It wasn't usable. But I was told it was a 305. I'm gonna have to look at the engine code and see. What do we got here? Oh, it says 305 here, but 2-barrel, manual. Oh, this is manual automatic. I got you. Does this say 89 horsepower? What is this? I can't see what this is. Can't really see if this is 305, but would this be the original engine? I wouldn't think so, but I guess you never know. I guess we're up here, we can go ahead and check the oil. Let's see. Wow, it's actually not clean, but not dirty. Look at the smell test. Smells like old fuel. Now, I was told that it smokes like a freight train, so we're gonna have to see what that does whenever we can get it running. I know it has a customized fuel system. I was told it didn't have a fuel tank. There's a line that runs from there over to there. But other than that, it looks pretty solid. It is an AC car, which is good. Looks like somebody put a new distributor and what? Brake booster / master in it. But again, it's solid up here. That's metal too. And it's really not bad. Got a little bit there. The wing's in good shape. Somebody did some Bondo work here. Still got a fill neck. I guess we might have a fuel tank. I'm assuming we got one. Oop, rust shower. Yeah, looks like we have a fuel tank in her. We might just run it off the existing fuel system that he had set up and see what it does. I may have to move this over and either unload it or add some air to the tires or something. Here, let me see if I can get this door open real quick. So I was able to get the door open, finally. And everything seems solid. It's just, it's got leaves and water, and I don't know if this was my doing or, yeah, I don't know. But she's pretty solid. Got a nice window crank here. You look like you're stripped completely out, but look at that. Brand new. It's like it never stopped working from 1977. There's another one on that side. Let's see if I can crawl in here with this dirty muddy. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to show y'all how to fix that water puddle, and that water puddle. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to fix this water issue we got going on here. But I was just looking real quick. This has got a power seat in it. I highly doubt it works, but yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to fix, you know. I know some people may want a nice bath whenever they're driving, or maybe wash their feet or something like that. I know some people could use it. But me, unfortunately, I do not. I do not care to have that. I have running water. But all you gotta do is get your nice handy drill, small drill bit, find a more lower point, which that feels about right. You know, you're supposed to check below this and make sure there's nothing below it. But, you know, that's the smart way of doing it. Alright, so we may have in fact found a bit that's a little bit sharper. Then find your low spot. And then drill straight on down. Maybe I didn't find another good bit. Maybe I'm hitting the frame. I don't know if this is carpet or what this is. There's something still here that... There we kind of go. Are we leaking? Oh yeah, perfect. Kind of got that little bit better. Did I drill? I don't know where the hole went. Oh well, I think it's draining. No, not really. Alright, I'm going to try and finish off drilling the rest of these holes and get back to you. Well, now that I've partially gotten rid of the ecosystem in here, there's still a little bit of water, but it's fine. We can kind of get a look at this thing inside now. Mosquitoes are a little crazy. We do have a headliner. I don't want to touch that because that does not look very sanitary. We do have a gauge cluster that is falling in. What's holding you in? Nothing? Oh, we do have a light switch that's kind of working. Let's see what we got. What did I say? 28,000? Look at that. 28,000 original miles. Not really. Just a lot of these other YouTubers you deal with, they like to... All their cars are low mileage. Low mileage, low mileage. 27,000 mile Survivor car. You can see it's not in bad shape. Got a nice shifter here. I did learn something about these that I am not a fan of. So here's a helpful tip for everybody. Guess I could have showed it going out of gear. It's a very helpful tip for everybody. This is a three-speed car. You got over first, then you got second, You got third. Now, something with these cars, which was the dumbest idea. You pay attention to this little thing right here. See how that moves? That's your first. Your first down here. You go up, it's your reverse. Now they've got it set up to where it's set up like a 3 on the tree. And if you know 3 on the trees, they like to get hung up pretty darn easy. So I would imagine this would not be a good transmission for what I would like to do. Because I mean, just by messing with it, it feels like that first to second shift just does not feel good. The second to third shift don't feel bad, but this first, second, third does not feel very good. And just that reverse and first, just that just seems like a horrible idea. But instead of lollygagging like I've been doing, I'm going to go ahead and throw a battery in it and see what we can accomplish. Oh, looky there. There's a shift pattern. Just got to get that glued back on there somehow. But yeah, we're going to throw a battery on it, see what we can get out of it. That locked, how you... Oh, there we go. Wow, that was not much of a glove box. Wow, it went back up. We can get the original radio in it. Shame it doesn't have more interior parts, but we still got to get into the trunk somehow, and ignition key is not the right key. Need the old circle key. But yep, I'm going to stop babbling on and go ahead and get a battery thrown in it. Alright, so we have the battery in it, and we have a customary fuel system set up. So we're going to hop in here and see if it'll fire up and run. I don't know who put this seat in here, but it was not designed for anybody tall. Give her a couple pumps. I think it just make sure we're neutral. Key on. Oh. Well, it's running. Running a little high, but she smokes a little bit. Just a little bit. Smells like some oil burning. I almost think I hear a rocker loose. Yep. I'm gonna leave it killed. I think what sounds like is a rocker came loose under here. Might be able to check it out, pull the valve cover off real quick and check it out. But it's running. I'll might get it off the trailer and then see if I can pull that valve cover off and take a look at it. I don't know if that can help with my smoking abilities, but yeah, I'll go ahead and try and do that and see what it is. Maybe we can drive her down the road. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pop this valve cover off of here. I was just going to quickly say I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that. These things right here, these little mini-me, we call them mini-me, Milwaukee Mini Impact. These things are probably one of the best things you could ever own. They just make life so much simpler. They just make it easier all around to do anything. But makes the ability of just taking all this stuff loose half the time, eighth of the time it would normally take you to do any of this. So you end up dropping everything down in the engine bay. But we'll go ahead and get this valve cover pulled off and see what we got working with under here. Be nice if I pulled it off. There was a rocker, rocker sitting under it. But if it is a Trio 5 keep alive, I highly doubt there's going to be anything special under these valve covers. All the smoke barreling out. Nope, plain Jane rockers. Plenty of oil. Plenty of oil coming out of it. Not the cleanest, but... Oh. Let's see. One of these. Maybe they don't. Back ones look a little so-so. That one moves, that one moves. I definitely heard what sounded like some rocker noise going on. I don't know how to really test without... You know, nothing seems out of the ordinary. I might be able to undo that coil and crank it over and see if anything looks out of the ordinary. Yeah, I'll try that. Sure, I guess we'll see what it does. It looks like we might have a broken valve spring. Maybe, unless this push rod or this rocker needs adjusted. Can you try and start it one more time? Out of adjustment, because it is not moving a whole lot. Maybe, because it don't look like it's got a broke spring, it just isn't moving a whole lot. Okay, I'll try and get this figured out and get back to y'all. Oh no, I should have shut my door. Look, there's a brick behind it too. Alright, as you can see, we got it off the trailer. We did mess with the rockers a little bit, got them silenced up. Still smoking like crazy. Obviously didn't help the smoke, but when I got this car, I was told that it didn't have a fuel tank in it, and that's why there was a custom fuel system here. But after looking at the video, you can see that it does in fact have a fuel tank. So, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take this off of there. I've got a nice trusty dusty camera that I will go ahead and get set up down in there. Go ahead and shove it down in there. If it'll go. Oh yeah. See if I can take a gander at this real quick. Well, to me, yeah, let me get it set in there first and I'll come back with a video. So after quickly investigating the tank, it appears that it does in fact look brand new inside. So what we're going to do is check fuel lines and dump some fuel in it and see what it does. Alright, so far we've dumped a couple gallons into the gas tank, and now we're going to sit here and hopefully dump some fuel into the carburetor, get it filled up, and maybe see if it'll suck fuel from the tank. We got it hooked up, the actual fuel pump hooked up to the tank. We blew back through the line, and it actually did blow through, so it isn't plugged up or anything like that, and it came out of the tank. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see if we can get it choked, crank it for a minute, and see if it'll fire up and off the tank. Well, it's running once again. We had to turn the idle way up now that it's cold and running, because it's I believe it's possibly got intake gasket leaks. As you can see, it's still pretty decently smoking, but it is running off of its own fuel system now, which is good. And I noticed while watching it, if it'll idle down, engine sounds good, but obviously it's smoking real bad. I'm going to try and idle it down and try and get something to spray that intake to see if I can get it to idle up, if it's maybe something of that nature. But I'll be back. So actually, before I dump a bunch of time and stuff like that into it, I'm actually driving down the road, make sure it shifts and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get something set up in the car so you can actually see me driving it and, you know, hear it and everything like that. But we got something partially set up. I'll go ahead and just make sure it shifts and everything like that, and I'll get back to you guys. Oh. God dang it. Alright. Let's try again with a non-leaking fuel. A little bit of a smoke back up. I don't think the starter's too happy. Oh, sounds like it's got a little bit of a spark knock of some sort. Probably just needs some plugs, you know. Just ignore the smoke. It's smoking a little bit. We may or may not have a collapsed brake line. Just a little bit of smoke. Alright everybody, as you can see, it ran, drove, shifted. You know, can't really beat it. I don't remember if I said at the beginning of the video, but it was $1,000 for this car, and I couldn't really beat it. Being a, you know, manual V8. There are some parts in the trunk that I don't think I got a video of. It's nothing special. But yeah, I originally bought this car as a parts car. Honestly, at this point, I'm probably going to end up keeping it and painting it and doing all that good stuff. Maybe we'll make it one color and I can get some videos of that. Also got to figure out why it's smoking. And I'd like to get it figured out smoking and maybe drive it around for a bit. Also try and make it one color of some sort. Worst comes to worst, if the engine's just not worth dealing with. I've got a aluminum LS out of like a Trailblazer that I could use and would work perfectly fine for this. And I have a harness and all that. I can just pretty much toss right in it if I wanted to. I'd like to have the 305 for a little bit, but if it just continues to smoke, burn up, well, there's nothing really I can do with it, that I care to do with it at least. But yeah, if you guys want to see more videos on this and, you know, see us paint it and figure out the smoking issue and maybe fix it up and make it a driver again, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and do all the good things that, you know, people normally do, so I can keep putting out videos. I have another video coming relatively soon too on a Mustang that I recently picked up. But yeah, if you guys want to keep seeing this, let me know. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Until next time, peace.